Oh man, oh man. Somebody start this shit off.
All right, so San Fernando Valley man who purchased $1 million home nearly a year ago has been unable to move in because a tenant changed the locks and is accused of illegally leasing out rooms in the house to other people. Police told the new homeowner that he couldn't enter his home even though he continues to pay the mortgage and the utilities. And the tenant inside insists that she has a legal right to be there. Though, according to the owner, she's never paid him a dime in rent.
How?
So, okay. So what happened?
Rights. That bullshit.
Well, what happened was this guy bought a house off of a deceased woman. Okay, and this woman had a caretaker, and the caretaker lived with her. You know, and this woman passed away. The caretaker never moved, and when the estate sold the house with a tenant in it, then they told him, the homeowner, the new homeowner, that he would have to go through legal proceedings to get her to leave. Like he would have to pay the county sheriff to have her evicted. So what the tenant did was start renting out rooms in the house, collecting $1,200 a month from each tenant, and then took out a restraining order on the homeowner. So now this motherfucker, he can't even come 600 feet
of his $1 million home.
Of a $1 million home that he owns, or the woman that's living in it illegally. This is the court system, and this is how fucked up America is. Everything is based on litigation, and this is where we come to.
And how much they can suck out of them.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
How fucked up is this scenario? And how is this guy not going postal? If I'm paying,
he has no right to go postal. I'm about to piss everybody off with the truth.
Okay, and utilities, you're losing every
How does
month.
the state sell in a state that has not been abandoned? Ask yourself that first.
Right,
because because the chick in the house wasn't the owner of it. It's no different.
But still,
he's the next of house, possibly power of attorney over the former owner, because she was the caregiver. So if there's an existing contract there and it's not being mentioned in the story, then we can't assume either way. But
absolutely,
we could actually know that for a fact the state knew that it wasn't an abandoned estate.
But I think
so. They had no legal. How can I put this? They had no legal right. They could have a lawful right and not a legal right to sell. And all it takes is that technicality to put this dude in limbo for a couple of years.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, man. Just because she got a power of attorney don't mean she can live in the motherfucker. What her staying there was contingent upon the lady being alive and her taking care of her. Okay, her shit she passed or whatever, so her shit must have went into probate or some shit like that.
To sell $1 million house,
right?
And shit had to be lined up.
And this
all that technicality shit. Something had to be lined up. He paid 1 point something for this house. That shit supposed to have been empty.
But this is my thing. It's no different than a motherfucker paying the back taxes on somebody's shit and getting them the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, but you got to do that before. You need to learn. Check the deed and make sure there's no, like with HOA fees. Some HOAs won't even let you sell your house until you caught up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You won't even be able to dump it. You can't even put it on the market. Like no. You owe this back stuff. And most people who go into buying houses, whatever, they know who own with the back taxes or whatever. That's up front. I don't even think they could put it up on market until you know exactly how much you're gonna put in for it. This dude is already making the payments. That house was supposed to be fucking empty.
Yeah, homegirl just never left.
Yeah, that's all. She just didn't leave.
She knew once that lady died,
she was done.
Bitch, the house she didn't leave that motherfucker to you in the wheel.
But hey man, it's COVID, and you got to think there is a long backlog of evictions. So this bitch knew right off the bat.
She knew what she was doing.
At least 2 years.
minimum,
Yeah.
and she played it lovely. How much she paid? How much she had them pay for a room?
$1,200 per
That's
person.
like-
There's 6 people living there.
Come on,
This
man.
chick is making $7,200 a month
Come on, man.
and ain't paying no bills.
No bills.
The thing they said was she knew the laws and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. What she's doing is lawful. What they're trying to do is legal. And he's the dummy caught in the middle because he doesn't understand that a mortgage is a dead promise. Civiliter more too. So when you deal with status at law, when you deal with contracts in law, what you need to understand is the root origin of that language. A mortgage is a dead promise. You can make your end of the agreement all you want. If they take eminent domain, if they decide to put your estate up for sale, you have to understand estate law, not just real estate. She took over that woman's estate. She assumed her identity and not falsely. Because think about it. What did she give up to take care of that woman? Probably 24/7. Where was she living prior? See, they're not talking about none of that stuff, right?
Got you.
There was a case in Texas some years ago.
Shit, she got money to go live in that motherfucker. There
was a guy in Texas, right?
Black dude.
Black dude.
Talk about what Jay about to go to.
Yeah,
you talk about that black dude who got the
took
locks
them
changed.
5 years to get him out.
Dude.
He had the utilities jerry-rigged.
Yeah,
and everything he did was completely legal.
Yeah, that was some sucker shit though, because he took advantage of an age. Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you the sucker shit. The neighbors was
I'm saying
bad.
the neighbors did some sucker shit. Yeah. I was living down there at the time. There was a $500,000 house in Texas.
Yes, $500,000 house.
Yep.
Right.
In Texas,
and it was sat empty for 8 years.
For 8 years because
8 fucking years.
The mortgage company went belly up.
An abandoned estate. Again, a mortgage is a dead promise. They didn't own that property to begin with. It is illegal.
Right.
It is federally illegal for a bank to own a house.
So what he did was he pretty much got the house for like $26, which was the cost of the application.
I remember that.
Yeah, and the motherfucker moved in, and he was just like going outside looking around, and they
pissing their asses off daily.
And they was like, he shouldn't be able to go in there, but it was an old like Civil War law, which was how they took motherfuckers' properties. Once these people were, once they abandoned the houses and shit, they was like, well, somebody got to live in them. Go ahead. And so he took advantage of this shit, and they was like, oh my god, here goes the neighborhood. Yeah, it was one of them. What was that shit that old ass play that I hate? The motherfucker moved into the house.
Cats.
Cats was dope. No, the one with
you saw Cats?
Puffy remade the shit. I used to watch Cats all the time. I ain't go to the live shit.
A Raisin in the Sun? No.
Was that the one with the motherfuckers they all lived in? They bought the house and the people wanted them out. They was trying to pay them not to move in there.
You said it was a play?
It was a famous play. It was a famous play, and Puffy redid that motherfucker. I forget what it is, but they didn't want him in the neighborhood, so they offered to buy him the fuck out. I think they had to get his cat a considerable amount of money to get him the fuck out that house. Yeah. He didn't just have to go; he came the fuck up.
Yeah,
he did. Wow, he was there like 5 years. Like I said,
I think everybody heard that damn story. That was like one of the greatest come ups of all time.
Man, I went looking for houses my goddamn self.
In Detroit, they were doing that. I think they might be still doing it. They're getting these houses for like $3, and like
people are selling those. That's some lady, a tragic story. Some lady, she thought she owned her house and realized that the dude she was paying never owned that damn house. Exactly what you were talking about. She paid. She was like, I just gave my last house. I didn't pay off my mortgage, and I'm about to retire. And then she get a letter saying that whoever she was paying never actually owned the house. And she said he had all the legal paperwork and all this other bullshit. She signed it, and the only thing she did was deal with him because of her credit. Because she was living on the streets.
How common that is?
Yeah, she just picked herself up, and and started getting her life on track, and just actually had a home that she was going to, pass down to her. She's like, if not anything, I could pass this house down to my kids because I wasn't there for them when it was coming up because I was on the streets. And she get hit with this whammy.
Let me say this. I used to, and again, I felt bad, man, but I had needed gas money. I used to deliver foreclosure notices.
Oh.
Fuck you mean? Shut up.
I thought the story was going somewhere else.
Not with me, killer. Not with me. My name ain't Bree Wade. So listen.
Oh God.
So listen.
I got caught with that in the chest.
Yeah.
Hey man. Keep it going.
So I delivered the goddamn. I would deliver them, and I had motherfucker. What the fuck am I getting this for? Hey man, your name was on the list. I was told to bring it. Listen, man, I don't even own this house. I pay this other motherfucker the rent. Well, he don't own the house. He said, wait a goddamn minute. Got on the phone. Hey, motherfucker, they bringing me eviction notice. What the fuck you doing with the money? I heard that argument time and time again.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah,
that is so fucking sad, man. Because they think, hey, man, I go to church with this dude. He rents out houses, man. And you ain't even got to have a good credit score. All you got to do is pay him directly under the table. You good.
2 months later.
Got to be more careful.
I'm showing up with
stop going to church.
Yeah.
That's all kind of fun.
You always get fucked at church.
Yeah. But it's I understand what Drizzy's saying, man. It's just it's still fucked up for this cat, man.
I don't feel bad for him at all.
Business transaction?
No, Drizzy like
$1 million.
Yeah, you got to do
buy $1 million house in this economy. Fuck him, anyways.
See, I feel Jay on this one because he didn't do his due diligence. You talk about
that amount of money and not pay attention. And
1.5. You didn't walk the house. Was you buy a $1.5 million house online?
Point taken.
You didn't walk the house and see that, there's some, granny panties hanging up in the damn shower.
My thing is,
what's going on?
If you got the money to buy that house, you got the money to get her the fuck out of there.
Definitely.
And I ain't talking about the 13,000 she asked. I'm talking about getting you some of the cold pipe hitting niggas. He talked about in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Get you some of them pipe hitting motherfuckers.
Keep him here. Keep him here.
You want a discount? You fly some motherfuckers in from Youngstown. They do it for $500.
Until you find out the pipe hitting motherfuckers is her family.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, that's where I live. You want me to
do what to my cousin?
Right.
Man.
1 point whatever. And you didn't walk the house to see that you had somebody in there.
Point taken.
That's all. So thank you for that clarification.
Yeah. Drizzy, that's why he the man in the myth.
Yeah, he was like, fuck that motherfucker, man. That's what his ass get. He done bought a $1.7 million house in this economy. Fuck him.
Yes.
He's probably a decent human being. I'm sorry to say fuck it, but really, man, you got to be more careful, man.
Yeah.
That kind of money, you should have some wits about you. Yeah, not your first purchase, not
In our in our weekly series of Am I the Asshole? Yeah, you the asshole on this one, homeboy. Old girl's the hustler.
Yeah. Shout out to Terrence Emmanuel. Don't know who you are, but shout out homie from 3PMD.
Yeah,
Detroit is in the house. Queens is in the house.
Yes.
My people.
We're gonna put you in the drawing for them Kroger sacks and that fish sandwich.
It's a to-go plate, so you're gonna have to pick it up.
We still got COVID rules. Yeah, it's to go
right.
2 paper plates on the bottom, 1 on top.
Right. And a pair of brownies.
Due to the rampant pedophilia, we had to remove it from the Catholic diocese in the local chapter.
Wow. No fish on Fridays.
What we got, man? What we got next?
He dropped this motherfucker. Shit, this is the wrap up. We got got all those college bound Catholic school kids.
Yeah,
we ain't got no more amount of assholes.
Not this week, but we can throw one up. You got one?
No, I ain't got one.
Shit, I got one. I'll send it to you. I always got one, man. I got
He got
one
him on
locked up.
tap. Hey, look at
Got
look
him
at
locked and loaded.
Eddie got
I
it on
you.
tap.
Let's get there.
Fine.
Put this. What's this one? The Catholic school, motherfucker.
All right,
Oh,
so
man. Go ahead.